Donald Trump brought up the former Joint Chief of Staff, basically is a top general there. He's pleading guilty to making false statements during an investigation involving an Iran cyber attack. And basically, is this what's going on with this general? Is it worse than what Hillary Clinton did? Listen.
Nothing that I sent or received was marked classified, and nothing has been demonstrated to contradict that.
7 email chains concern matters that were classified at the top secret special access program at the time they were sent and received.
I thought it would be easier to carry just one device for my work and for my personal emails instead of 2.
Secretary Clinton used several different servers and administrators of those servers during her 4 years at the State Department. And she also used numerous mobile devices to send and to read email on that personal domain.
The system we used was set up for President Clinton's office, and it had numerous safeguards, and there were no security breaches.
It is possible that hostile actors gained access to Secretary Clinton's personal email account.
Did you try to wipe the whole server? You didn't ask the question.
I'm not, I have no idea. That's why we turned it over.
You were in charge of it. You were the official in charge. Did you wipe the server?
What, like with a cloth or something?
It's also likely that there are other work-related emails that they did not produce to State and that we did not find elsewhere and that are now gone, because they deleted all emails they did not produce to State, and the lawyers then cleaned their devices in such a way as to preclude complete forensic recovery.
The son of my next guest, he's a soldier. He was sentenced to a year in federal prison after being charged with mishandling classified information. Here's what happened. He took selfie photos of the interior of and it caught the interior of a Navy submarine. That happened a few years ago, I think. Kathleen Saucier, she's joining me now on the phone. Kathleen, help me out with the story first of what happened with your son. I don't want to make any errors there. Can you tell the viewer what happened with your son?
Sure. Thank you, Liz, again for having me on and being able to talk about the clear double standard. So in 2009, about 7 years ago, my son was stationed aboard a submarine, and he, along with many others on the submarine during that time period, there was not a cell phone ban, took 6 photos of an inside of a classified area, and then pled guilty this year to the charges of those 6 photos and is now presently serving a year in federal prison. You know, you brought up the part about General Cartwright. I mean, both my son and General Cartwright did a fraction of what evidence has over and over shown that Hillary Clinton has done. You know, last night Donald Trump mentioned that Secretary Clinton, just all she does is talk. She's just talk and no action. I just have to ask for Mr. Trump, hopefully President Trump at some point, to just pardon me for a minute, because I'm going to challenge that statement. In fact, I think she's full of action, dangerous action, mishandling classified information over and over again. And how can we possibly trust her as the President of the United States if she continues to mishandle or did mishandle classified information and then said she couldn't recall? Or you mean like wiping something? I mean, I, for one, think average Americans are sick of it. They're held to a different standard. We, the doers, the people on the ground, the average Americans, are being the ones held to these, you know, this different standard than she is. It's clear. Average Americans and one for people that be held to a different standard where laws and rules don't apply or are manipulated to allow them ongoing corruption and abuse of power. It would be a criminal act in any other walk of life, and we're seeing that with General Cartwright, who's being held to that standard right now. Again, I cannot overstate how dangerous having her as president would be for all of us. You know, Liz, your program's called Risk and Reward. Well, how would it be? It would be nice to live like Secretary Clinton, all rewards and no risk. She's not paying any accountability for what she's done, and yet others over and over, Americans, and now General Cartwright, bless his heart, you don't just become a general, you have to work up in those ranks. He's obviously spent his life in military, and now he is a convicted felon like my son. All right. Kathleen, thank you so much for your time. We'd love to have you back on the show. We're coming up against a hard break. We're sorry for that, but thank you again. Please pray for our family and our country. God bless you, our nation, Donald Trump, because I think he's our greatest hope to make America great again. Thank you, Kathleen.